Good morning, everyone. We're the last group. We are going to discuss about the Philippine traditional crafts and motifs to be presented by yours truly, Richard Christian Olimba and Miss Dwayne Ramirez. So, let's get started. What is a motif, by the way? A motif is an image, spoken or written word, sound, act, or another visual or structural device that has symbolic significance. Again, it could be an image, a spoken or written word, a sound, act, or visual or structural device, but they had to have a symbolic significance. That is the point of a motif. It has to possess a symbolic significance. It is used to develop and inform the theme of a literary work. The use of a motif is to introduce, highlight, or emphasize a theme of a literary work. So again, it is not the theme, but it is used to introduce the theme. The concept of a motif is related to a theme, as we mentioned earlier. It is not the theme, because unlike the theme, which is an idea or message, as we all know, a theme is the main point, main idea, main message of a certain work. The motive, on the other hand, is a detail that is repeated in a pattern. That's what we need to know about the motive. It's the detail that is repeated in a pattern of meaning that can produce a theme. To the pattern that it shows, the repeated pattern particularly, it can introduce a theme while creating other aspects at the same time. What does it mean? Aside from the theme that it created to the pattern, it also creates other aspects such as beauty and attraction to the eyes of the viewers. The very example is that image beside our description. It's clearly a pattern or a repeated pattern that provides visuals, beauty, attraction, and at the same time, it produces a theme. So a motif is closely related to a theme, as we mentioned earlier, or a symbol and uses different narrative elements as it discusses through the patterns that was repeated continuously in a certain design. It is constantly repeated to represent a dominant or central idea or a theme in a work of art. So, ang purpose kanong gina-repeat ang usa ka motif kay para ma-emphasize nga mao ni ang dominant, mo ni ang dapat i-highlight nga design nga ginautro sa pattern para mo na siya ang ma-highlight, mo na ang pinakamakita sa work of art. It relates more to thought which is used to support the theme. Example, for a certain theme na kay pattern yung ginapakita dira para mas strengthen nila, masuportahan nila ang team. Mo nay gamit sa motif. It is design, the repeated pattern. So it is understandable already. So most motifs typically are used in one of three ways. It could only use only in one of these three ways. First, a single object that appears multiple times throughout the work with most of the emphasis placed on that item. Examples are the design beside it. You could use one design or one motif and use it repeatedly. Balik-baliko nimo siya paggamit sa usa ka object in order para ma-emphasize ang kana nga design. Pwede mo na gamit sa isa ka motif. Next use of a motif is a collection of related objects that appear multiple times, emphasize the theme. As we mentioned earlier, pwede siya na magamit para ma-emphasize ang pinaka-theme ani nga work of art. Gamiton nimo ang motif, ibalik-balik nimo siya place, could be a repeated pattern, an organized pattern, or kanang nga klase nga mga motif which we will be discussing later kay para ma-emphasize ang theme. Next is a collection of seemingly unrelated items that serve to draw attention to the theme of in a subtler manner. So, pwede siya nga dili siya organized, nga dili siya related nga mga items na po na usa po na siya ka klase sa motif nga ito pagastoryahan later. Nga, nga gigamit pod para maka-emphasize still sa theme. So, although pwede siya magamit in different ways, in three ways particularly, but usa ra jud ilaha purpose to emphasize the theme, to show the theme, to highlight the theme, to introduce the theme. Mo na siya ang gamit sa isa ka motif. So, let's discuss, as we mentioned earlier, nga maga-discuss ta sa mga different types of motif. Classification of motif. The motifs or unit of a textile design may be classified as geometric, realistic or natural, stylized, and abstract. So let's start with geometric motif. So these motifs includes lines in various forms such as vertical, horizontal, diagonal, and curved. They form fabric, designs such as stripes, blades, checks, and circles and their associated designs. Geometric designs lead the eye in the design or pattern that is created by them. So, geometric, basic lang siya ng mga patterns. Could be lines, kanang in vertical or horizontal, diagonal and curved lines, na pattern na organize. Later, mag-show tayo example para mas masabtan nato ang geometric design. But I want to emphasize the geometric designs lead the eye in the design or pattern that is created by them. So, ang design is created by man. Pwedeng wala siya inspiration from the environment, from the nature, wala. Created by man ra nga design. Repeated pattern na gyapon. To be clear, example. Mo ni siya example sa geometric pattern or geometric motif. I mean, sa practical niya gamit, we can see this pattern sa mga malong na yana, sa mga tela nga ato ang ginagamit na yana nga geometric motif. Even sa mga traditional tattoo, di ba? Mga tattoo nga katong sa hampak-hampak pa nga tattoo traditional way sa pagtattoo na mga ingana nga mga design, mga geometric motif ra. Kanang simple nga mga designs and repeated nga mga pattern. Understood? Next is the realistic or the natural motif. Natural motifs portray as direct replica of things that they exist in nature. Are pa lang mga kaibaw na ta sa kalahian sa natural or realistic motif sa geometric motif. Kaya ito mention ka ganina, ang geometric motif, ang design niya ay created by man, pwede wala siya inspiration. Lahat yun ang kwan, organize ang pattern, di otro-otro. But sa natural or realistic motif, replica siya sa nature, such as flowers on trees, animals in the jungle, human figure, and other natural things. So they are also called novelty patterns, as these motifs lack a designer's creativity and require three-dimensional platform to copy reality. They do not find wide acceptance in apparel design. So we mentioned no kay lack of creativity daw, lack of designer's creativity kay swan mo siya kanang inspired. Inspired siya sa nature din siya originally nga. Although na sila gidugang nga gi-apply para mahimo siya nga beautiful still, but unlike sa ato gi-mention ganina nga ang pattern kay created jud solely by man. So the examples sa replica sa nature, natural motif or realistic one is this. Yan. Replica siya obviously sa mga dahon. Now, understood? Next, let's move to the stylized motif. These are simplified variations of natural or man-made objects that are no longer recognizable. Let's take note of no longer recognizable. Pwede siya nga combination, pwede siya nga simplified version or variation sa natural, pwede siya nga simplified variation sa man-made objects sa geometric, to be specific. So these motifs are full of creativity as they are the result of a designer's interpretation of natural existing things. Interpretation na siya sa designer. So, na siya gidugang dira, dili lang sa kung unsa ang ihang nakita through to the lens of his eyes or her eyes. So, stylized motifs are obtained by rearranging the real objects either by simplifying or exaggerating them to achieve the purpose of the design. Pwede siya nga dili lang basta gi-simplify, pwede siya nga gi-exaggerate, pwede siya nga gidugangan og nga design para makabuo og mas better nga design. Better nga design. To be clear, these are the example. So you won't see that design sa nature. But, pwede siyang gisagol-sagol nga mga design, gidugangan o creativity from the designer. Dili man po siya pareha sa geometric nga murag simple nga patterns lang ang gipanggamit, lines lang ang gipanggamit. It is the stylized motif. Ano siya style? Creative din siya nga pagkahimo. And next, the last one, the last classification of motif is the abstract motif. These are combinations of color, size, and shape without relationship to natural or man-made objects. Ganina sa stylized motif, kaya na pa siya connection. Related pa siya sa natural or man-made. Kaning abstract, ay abstract naman siya. Pwede wala na siya connection without relationship to natural or man-made objects. They are full of color and interest to the fabric. Abstract implies an element of impression and a greater freedom that is found in most geometrical designs. Now, abstract, geometrical is still connected. This type of design is used in modern art. Example are this. Ba? Di na siya connected sa nature. So, unsa na lang nga design. But still, it creates beauty. Na mga paingana, nga mga tela nga ingana design. Although, kanang wala joy exact interpretation kasagaran mostly sa mga tao. Yet, because of the beauty that it produce through the kanang lack of relationship sa mga structure, attractive yapon siya in the eyes of the people. So that is what motive is, the classification of motive. We understood what are the use of motive. And next is the traditional crafts, which will be discussed by Miss Dwayne Ramirez. Thank you for listening.